If you're unfamiliar with who I am, my name is Ethan. I'm the conscious dad and I'm a single father to Lincoln Love. And today we're talking all about change and the mistakes people make and all that kind of jazz, because when I look into the world, I see a lot of people struggling with changing. They say that change is really hard. They say change takes a long time. They say change is very overwhelming, causes a lot of anxiety. And for the most part, a lot of people actually don't end up changing. And a couple reasons, and one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen is that because people make this and have this like big recollection either in their memory or on a piece of paper of all the things that they want to change about themselves, and they try to change everything at once. And when we try to change everything at once, like I've experienced this myself, I used to try to change everything. I'd be like going really good, I'd be changing things, and then after that second week or after the third week, after a month even, I'd begin to like the fire would begin to lose, and I kind of just revert back to old patterns and old habits, meaning that I didn't really change anything. And so we're gonna avoid that by doing a couple of different things and looking at success, looking at change in a different way, because I believe that change is easy. We just overcomplicate things. We just make it really hard. We make it difficult instead of keeping it simple. And that's the process that we're talking about today, because success is sequential. That comes from the book by Gary Keller called The One Thing. Success is sequential, meaning it's the small things that add up over time to the big change. If we're looking to change how we look, well, it's the workouts you do 3 times a week that over the course of 1 year will give you that six-pack or will let you lose that amount of weight that you're looking for. It's not in like hitting it every single day, or you're not going to see the change tomorrow or the next day or the next day. You're not going to see it instantly. It's going to take time. It's the small things that you do each and every single day and week that add up to that big change. So how we're going to begin this is I'm going to get you to actually make that big list that we talked about how you shouldn't make. I'm going to get you to make that big list. Make that big list, grab a piece of paper, grab a pen or a pencil, pause the video, make that big list of all the things that you would like to change in your life. What are the things that you would like to change? Would you like to change your financial situation? Would you like to change and maybe find a girlfriend? Would you like to change how you look? Would you like to change some habits and maybe read more? What things would you like to add into your life? What things would you like to take away from your life? Write down the biggest list of all the things that you'd like to change about yourself and in your life. Once you have that, come back to the video and we'll continue on to the next part. Now, the next part is beautiful because from that big list, you're just gonna ask yourself, what's one thing that I really wanna change? Like, what's the one thing from that big list that I would really love to change? You grab that thing, you flip the paper over, you grab a new sheet of paper, and you write it down. And then we break it down into a super small, specific thing that you can do every single day, every other day, a couple of times a week, it doesn't matter. You might already know what that is. If you want to gain more knowledge or you want to read more books, maybe that is read 5 pages, super easy, every single day. So every day you get to read 5 pages, and you grab yourself a calendar, you grab a way to track it, where you just like, I write smiley faces for workouts. So I put a smiley face every time I worked out. So that way you can track that you're actually doing it. And once that becomes a habit and you're reading 5 pages for 31 days or for a month, then look to maybe amp it up to 10 or maybe amp it up to 20 or amp it up and add something else. But that's the point. We focus on, break it down as something super specific and focus on it for the month. If it's maybe you want to change how you look, maybe you're pretty tired with looking, or you maybe want to lose some weight, wicked. Well, there's 2 ways you can do that. You can either eat better or you can work out. Let's say you want to work out, wicked. You can focus on adding workouts or movements, or maybe it's a walk, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's Pilates, maybe it's getting outside and getting fresh air and getting your body moving. Add a couple of times a week where you can do that. Focus on doing that for 1 whole month. Maybe it's 3 workouts a week. Sweet. So you hit 3 workouts a week for 4 weeks and then look to add something else. If it's eating better, wicked. Focus on just eating better for 1 whole month. It's super easy, guys, once we break it down and just focus on that. It's the little things that we do every single day that add up to that big change and that big success. We don't set all of these goals and try to do all these things. We focus on just doing one thing that really matters and we really want to change or we really want to see. I'm gonna give you an example from my life. I was in a rut a couple months ago. Actually, it was probably 3 months, maybe 4 months ago. And I was like, I really want to change some things here. I really want to shake things up. And I was like, how can I do that? Well, I know that the ice bath is a great way for me to like fucking get pumped and for me to believe in myself and for me to like get amped up and motivated. And it's this thing that requires a shit ton of discipline for me. And so I was like, okay, E, I'm gonna hit one of those every single day. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna hit it. And so that's what I've done. When it hits February 20th, I've marked it all on a calendar. I would have hit 100 ice baths. That'll be February 20th. 100 ice baths in a row, I'll hit. And because of that, I've also hit 54 times where I've woken up at 5:30 a.m. I would have have 32 days no pornography by February 20th, and that would mark 3 months of me working out every other day. That was the example from my life. I chose to do an ice bath, and kind of like the ice bath was everything I focused on for 50 days. Then I looked to add something once that became consistent and once that became easy. You'll notice that the time periods are kind of like, well, I have 100 ice baths, 54 days of waking up, 32 days of no porn. It's all kind of all over the place. Well, this is what habit chunking is. You know how we talked about breaking that thing down and focusing on it for just a month? Well, after that month, then we're going to look to add something. It wasn't until 50 days of consecutive straight ice baths that I looked to waking up earlier. What it also does is by getting in the habit of doing something, you've created momentum for yourself. So it's a lot easier to start another thing. It's a lot easier to start another habit. That's what we're looking for. We're looking just to build that small little momentum that then grows and grows and grows and grows until you're just unstoppable, until you just keep on going and going and going and going and going. It's beautiful. We're gonna review super quick. All that you do, make that big list, take that big list. Ooh, what's one thing that I would really like to do? Grab that one thing, break it down into a super small specific thing that you can do every day. If you're having trouble breaking that down, comment down below and I can help you. I can give feedback to helping you break that down for you. Once you've broken it down, wicked, hammer down 30 days, 1 month, hammer down. Just focus on that, nothing else. Focus on changing that and adding that or implementing that. Once that's done, then look to add something else. After 30 days, after 31 days, hey, this has become really easy. Wicked, let's add something else, and that's it. That's how you change. Change happens over time. Success is sequential. Success is done in little small steps that you take every single day. So let's get it. Let's change. Let's be beautiful. Let's remember that we are perfect, whole, and complete as is. We're beautiful human beings, and we are looking to grow, to experience more, to experience God's love, to experience the experience of experiencing. Boom! If you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe just by clicking the big red subscribe button below, because there's going to be a ton more coming out. Like, comment, what is your goal? What are you committed to for the next 30 days? Comment that and drop it down in the comments. So much love, peace, blessings. Let's get it, guys. Woo! Boom!